Hello, this is Catherine Watkin of Selling from the Heart, and I'm here to do a case study stroke testimonial interview with Victoria Comiskey, who's a naturopathic kinesiologist based in Ireland. And she did the Get More Clients Saying Yes course about 2 years ago. And I'm just going to chat with Victoria about her experience in the program, what she got from it. So hello, Victoria.
Hi, Catherine. How are you?
Hello, I'm great, thank you. So thank you for being here. So would you like to start by introducing yourself and your business so people understand what it is that you do?
Okay, so as you said, I'm a naturopathic kinesiologist. I'm based in Ireland, and I have clinics in Kildare and Cavan, and then I work with people online as well from all over Europe. And what I do is, my passion is working with women who they're waking up every day. They have this feeling that their body is almost fighting against them, holding them back. They're in pain, they're exhausted, anxious, low. And what I do is help them get their energy and vitality back, get their health back. And as well as that, to connect back in with that part of themselves that may have been hidden or forgotten about. Because these women usually have amazing gifts and amazing light that needs to be out there in the world. And that, I think that's what I love, is seeing them healthy, but then seeing them out there buzzing, full of joy, and doing what they're meant to be doing in the world. Yeah,
that's beautiful, and it's such a powerful message. And of course, you know, I was one of those women not so many years ago, so I totally relate to that and to your passion for your business. So tell me, where were you? Where was your business at before you did the Get More Clients Saying Yes course? Because you did it a couple of years ago, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. And where was my business at? Yeah, I was kind of. I was almost ready to give up, I think, when I came across yourself and the Get More Clients Saying Yes. I had worked with coaches previously. I had learned a certain amount, but I was at a stage where I was working session by session, and I had kind of cobbled together a package that when I brought clients through it, they did fantastically well with it. But I was really having difficulty getting my message out there, connecting in with the people that I wanted to work with. I was taking on clients. I was taking everyone and anyone and working with lots of different types of health conditions. And it was really kind of bitty and piecemeal, and there was no structure, and I didn't feel as if I had control over my work and over my business as well. And I would have calls with people, and I never felt really authentic. It never felt as if, I always felt as if I wasn't being myself when I was talking to these people as well. So yeah, I was very stressed and I was very anxious myself.
So the doctor needed the treatment almost, yeah. So what's changed for you what changed for you as a result of doing the Get More Clients Saying Yes course?
Everything
or what
changed.
Changed in your business?
Everything changed, Catherine. So the Get More Clients Saying Yes, the course, the structure is fantastic, and I remember working through each module, and each module building on top of the previous module, until I ended up with a package that made sense, pricing that felt comfortable, that I was congruent with, and I think the big thing for me was it was clarity about what it is I love to do, who it is I love to work with, how I can help them, and that gave me such a sense of confidence, and it really reinvigorated and reconnected me back in with the reason that I started doing what I do 15 years ago. So I just got so much from it. And it really built the most fantastic foundation that everything since then, so the last 2 years, everything since then has been built upon it. Yeah.
Great. And so it sounds as though, because business was sort of working, but it was so piecemeal and so tough that you just burnt out and lost your passion for it somehow, and that this course helped to reignite that passion.
Yeah, I remember thinking, I remember the frustration of, I went into business and became self-employed because I love helping people. I love natural health, I love natural medicine, and I love helping people with natural medicine, and seeing them being healthy again. But then it was, my work and my business came about being in business. It became about marketing. It became about the business of being in business. And the time I was spending on my passion each week was becoming less and less. And it was becoming a huge source of stress in my life. And I had gotten to the stage where I was kind of wondering, well, why am I doing this? What's the point really if I'm becoming as stressed and anxious as my clients?
Yeah, definitely. And when you look back, what was the biggest result that you've seen in your business as a result of doing the course?
So this is an interesting one, because I remember being worried. I remember thinking about, do I really want to do another coaching program? Is this really the right thing to do? And for me, the big question mark was finances. Is it really? Do I really want to commit to paying this for something again? And that was my focus then when I started doing the Get More Clients Saying Yes, was okay. This, I have to make sure this pays for itself. And what I didn't expect was to come out of it with so I designed a package while doing the course. Before I did the course with you, I think I was charging €70 a session, and that first course then was €1,000. So that package was
the package you designed in the course was €1,000.
Yeah, €1,000, and I sold it. And I sold it. The people who came on the call, the women who came on the calls were beautiful. I actually, the calls have actually become, those first calls have actually become the starting point for the work that people do with me. I'm in my service when I'm doing those calls. I'm helping people when I do those calls, and I don't attach to the person saying yes or no, because I know that the person is getting so much out of the call itself. So financially, so that had a big impact financially. But for me, the biggest impact was, and I just get emotional thinking about it, Catherine. It was getting that passion back, and it was also being able to design something that I could bring somebody through, that I knew they weren't going to disappear halfway through. We were going to get real transformative work done, that this was going to make a difference in this person's life as well. And I'm a real nurturer. I just loved the opportunity to be able to work with somebody that way. And it's continued, my work has continued to grow and evolve from that course onwards. And I think that course was a turning point for me. It really was. Yeah.
And of course, although that course was a couple of years ago, you've gone on since, and you've now designed and created a program that's double that level. So it's a €2,000 program, and you're selling that now. Do you think that would have been possible if you hadn't done this course?
No, it wouldn't have been possible. And with my work, because I focus on so I focus very much on physical health, but also on emotional, mental, and soul level health as well. And the biggest frustration for me before I did the course was I couldn't bring those two things together in the work that I did. Now I've managed to do that. I've created a 6-month package. It's €2,000. I have sold that. People are coming through that and getting fantastic results. It's an extremely satisfying way to work with people. And again, that's the big thing for me, is the satisfaction that I get from working in this way. I'm excited. I'm excited every day and every week about my business. You know, I love being in business now. I love the business of business now.
Fantastic. You make me feel quite emotional when you're talking about it. Where do you think your business would be now if you hadn't made that decision to join the course?
I would have given up. I would have just said, this is not worth it anymore. And actually, when I think about that, I think about the people that I've worked with over the last 2 years, and the difference that the packages have made for them as well. And that wouldn't have happened, because I would have just said, look, this is, you know, this is just not, this is too difficult. Yeah.
You know, it sounds like what you're actually saying, and I haven't heard anybody say this in this way before, so it's a bit of a new insight for me as well. But by you deciding to invest in this course, you are actually serving your patients and your clients. Like, doing this course was an act of service toward your clients, because it's enabled you to learn how to serve them and how to bring them into those programs so that you can actually make that difference. It's a really beautiful story. You're making me quite emotional now as well. And so thank you for sharing all that. It's really beautiful. What would you say to somebody who is in the position that you were in 2 years ago? You know, you were struggling, you were selling, you were selling sessions at €70 an hour. This must have felt like quite a stretch for you to join. What would you say to somebody who is in the position you were in and is about joining?
Just do it. Do it. Don't hesitate. Do it. We only have a short amount of time to talk about the course, but there is so much more in that course than I mean, I remember being astonished at the amount was in it, and the process that it brings you through. For me, it was transformative. There's so many benefits that we haven't touched on from it. As I said, it was a turning point for me. And you, Catherine, what I love about you and the work that you do is that it really is from the heart. And for people like myself and others that have come through where we're working from the heart, we want to help people. At the same time, we recognize that, well, we need to, you know, we have bills to pay and we need to look after ourselves as well to do that. It's just the most perfect kind of combination and marriage of business and service. And I would say, do not hesitate, do it, and do it wholeheartedly. It's and listen to what Catherine says.
Yeah, and do what I say. And ask questions. Yeah. Great, that's so lovely. Thank you for, you know, I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy practice to come and do this interview with me. So and it's lovely talking to you,
Catherine.
Yeah, thank you.
You've been such a huge influence, and you've had such a huge impact, so thank you for that.
And thank you. So thank you. So we'll wrap up there. So thank you so much, Victoria. Oh, do you want to just let people know, if anyone's interested in knowing more about you, where could they go to find out more? Do you want to share details of your website? Because there may be people listening to this who are really resonating with you, and they're recognizing that that maybe you could help with their health.
So my website is victoriacomiskey.com. Yeah, and that's the best place to find me. You can also find me on Facebook, but my website will give you a good insight into what I do and how I help. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. That's lovely. So we'll wrap up there. Thank you, Victoria. Have a lovely rest of your day. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.